In the modern world of rapid change, education is more crucial than ever. Roy V. H. Pollack, Andrew McJefferson, and Calhoun W. Wick's book, The 6 Disciplines of Breakthrough Learning, offer a thorough framework for efficient learning. This book places a strong emphasis on the value of knowing your students, designing interesting tasks, encouraging teamwork, giving prompt feedback, and tracking results. At first, I was skeptical, but the useful guidance and doable actions astounded me. I used the book as a guide to create an effective training program for my team, along with teaching me to accept challenges. It also improved my learning efficiency and helped me forge closer bonds with others. Click the like button and subscribe to our channel if you want to enhance your learning process and accomplish objectives. Let's now discuss the main lessons to be learned from this book. This is the first thing to learn. Training needs to match business goals. Specify the business goals. The main point is that training involves more than just studying for the sake of learning. It must be closely linked to actual business outcomes. Consider it this way. Although the training may feel good, it won't really help if we don't know what business objective we're attempting to accomplish. Let's dissect that. We must first question ourselves. What precise business goal are we striving for before we begin any training? Does the customer service improve? Quicker delivery of the product? A rise in sales? We can create training that produces actual, quantifiable benefits by asking this question. What does that look like in real life then? Let's say our goal is to enhance customer service through a training session. By the conclusion, we want to ensure that staff members can use their newly acquired abilities to better handle calls, which will increase customer satisfaction ratings. Not only is the training nice to have, but it also directly improves our business processes. This approach's primary advantage is that it ensures that every dollar and minute spent on training contributes to the company's progress by linking it to business goals. Learning and expanding the business at the same time is like hitting 2 birds with 1 stone. Thus, keep in mind that the business outcomes should always come first while organizing training. In this manner, your investment is in actual transformation rather than just knowledge, and it's where training can have a significant influence. Now let's explore the second important lesson. Education is not an event, but a process. Create the entire experience. The idea that learning is a process rather than an event. It resembles sowing a seed. It's not like you just toss it on the ground and turn around. For it to flourish, you must give it care over time. This is how it functions in real life. Don't see training as a single session while designing it. Be prepared for anything that may occur before, during, and after the encounter. Provide some context to help individuals prepare before the training. Make the meeting interesting throughout, and then conduct more research to support the lessons acquired. Let's use an illustration. Consider a business that offers sales training. They send out documents ahead of time to catch everyone up to date. They emphasize role-playing and real-world situations throughout training. And following that, to assist their staff in implementing these novel approaches in the field, they hold follow-up meetings and perhaps even coaching calls. The advantages are enormous. By considering learning as a process, you may ensure that knowledge is retained and used. It's similar to providing them with the means to develop even after the training session ends. Thus, keep in mind to plan the entire educational process. It is not the goal to complete everything in a single day. The goal is to position participants for success both before and long after the training. That's how learning becomes embedded. The subject of the third important lesson is application and transfer are essential to impact, provide for application, and promote transfer of learning. The basic tenet is straightforward. Whatever you learn must be applicable. It's like to having a toolbox full of tools and not understanding how to use any of them. If people are unable to put what they have learned to use, this basically means that real-world applications must be considered when designing training. Imagine you're teaching customer service representatives how to deal with challenging customers. You need to practice actual interactions with them rather than just imparting theory. In this manner, they will have the assurance to handle a difficult situation when it arises. As an illustration, consider this. A business hosts a session aimed at enhancing teamwork. Nevertheless, they do activities that replicate the difficulties that teams deal with on a daily basis, rather than merely discussing communication. Employees can therefore immediately put what they've learned into practice to collaborate more effectively after the workshop concludes. The main benefit here is that people perform better and have more confidence when they can put their training to use in the workplace. They are advancing in their roles and having a significant influence at work in addition to simply learning. The lesson here is that application must be the main emphasis of instruction. Ensure that the knowledge acquired may be immediately used. People and the business both benefit when they know how to apply their expertise. Now let's discuss the fourth important lesson. Maintaining performance assistance is essential. Implement performance support. The primary takeaway from this is that education never ends. People require our active encouragement and assistance to apply what they have learnt in the workplace. It resembles constructing a bridge connecting the training area and the office. This actually means that businesses need to establish a setting that encourages the use of new abilities. Assume that throughout a training session, someone gained more proficiency in providing feedback. Afterward, managers ought to follow up with them and encourage them to use that feedback method in team meetings. Here's an illustration. An organization trains staff members on creative approaches to problem solving. Following the training, teams are required to complete a project using one new approach as part of a 30-day challenge. They respect learning and application so much that they even applaud the outcomes. This has the advantage that people are more likely to apply what they have learned to their everyday jobs when they feel encouraged to do so. Better performance and increased overall success for the group and the business follow from this. So keep in mind this important lesson. Promote learning transfer. Encourage and assist your team members in using their newly acquired abilities. That is how actual outcomes from training are achieved. Measure results and drive continuous improvement. Document results as the final and most important instruction. It's crucial to realize that people require continuous assistance in order to put what they've learned into practice. Like a toolbox full of tools, we must give them access to resources that will aid them in their everyday work. Offering tools and resources that staff members may use following training is necessary to put this into practice. Assume that someone attended a workshop and learned a new piece of software. When they need to utilize it for work-related purposes, having a fast reference guide or access to an online help desk can be quite helpful. Consider the following scenario. A business introduces a new project management tool. Following training, they put together a resource center with videos, answers to commonly asked questions, and a community forum where staff members may post queries and advice. Everyone feels more capable and confident because to this constant assistance. The key advantage of this strategy is that employees are more likely to use their training successfully if they have access to performance assistance. It gives them more self-assurance and gives them the confidence to take on new challenges. Remember to implement performance support. Long after the training is over, give your staff access to tools that will help them succeed. In this way, we transform learning into performance that lasts. This review of the 6 disciplines of breakthrough learning should have been useful to you. Please feel free to ask any questions or make comments below. Don't forget to click the notification bell, subscribe, and like the post.